Coach Nick Rolovich. Opening statement, then we'll take questions.
That was a great football game. I appreciate everyone that was involved in our season. There's so much effort from so many different areas to get a 10-win season, to win on Christmas Eve in a bowl game versus BYU in that fashion. It's hard to write anything better, to be honest with you. And I'm glad to be here. I'm glad for these kids. I'm glad that they believed in the Pride Rock mentality, trying to live aloha, play warrior when it's time, and just got to be thankful for our fans that really have come out and stuck with us and have probably yearned for this type of win for a long time. So I appreciate everyone.
Again, if you would, please raise your hand. First question.
Coach, last time Hawaii beat BYU before this was when you were a player. How do these two moments compare for you?
Well, they're very similar, and they both feel good. I'm honored to be a part of it and for a couple of these wins. This is a special stadium to me, and a lot of former Warriors and Rainbow Warriors that have come through here. And, you know, for the guys that kind of laid the brick foundation, you know, taking the BYU beatings through the 80s and getting them in 80, I mean, all the history of it, it's incredible to be a part of. I told our guys, this isn't about the tradition, the rivalry. This isn't about BYU. This is about us. And we took a saying from Coach Tomey. We expected to win. We expected to be in a dogfight. We expected to feel like it would be impossible to win that football game at some point in the third quarter. Almost the whole third quarter felt that way. And we expected to win the game in the fourth quarter. And many of those things, if not all of them, came true. So that's been a great addition to our game day philosophy.
Coach, you got about 2:07 left. You got to go 71 yards. No problem in your head? What are you thinking?
Take a shot. We took the shot to JoJo. The first catch by Martiner to get us into the red zone or high red, that is a concept that we have worked, we have talked about all season long. That's a really advanced read, manipulation of safety by Cole, and I didn't see Martiner's route completely, but he knew where the ball was going to be thrown. I think he did everything he was supposed to do. It was a great job securing the catch. He's had this is where bowl practice, when he's getting more and more reps, we saw a growth in Martiner, and I think, well, obviously he's earned a lot of our trust to get in there at that moment and call those two plays for him.
493 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Cole delivered on Christmas Eve.
He delivered, especially we had a really hard time running the ball. They're very physical. They have great block destruction up front. Their length causes problems. I thought it was a fairly clean game. I thought both teams played the game the right way. Not a lot of penalties, not a lot of jawing back and forth. And, you know, I commend Kalani for having his guys ready to play and play the right way, because the whole bowl experience was perfect, and there wasn't any BS at the banquet, you know, no macho stuff. We knew we're going to line up, we're going to give it our best. We hope they give us their best and play the game of football, and then however it ends, we both go home and wait for Santa.
Congratulations. And for Cole to lead a drive like that to win a game, how much does that help his confidence? And was this his best game when we look at things like judgment?
Well, I know we talk a lot about visualizing great things happening, and you know, I think he was, you know, once we got the ball back, I think he wasn't hoping we were going to win the game. He knew he was going to help win that football game. And that comes from a story. Stutz told me he was next to Cole when I said something about how we're going to get this ball to Mardner on the headsets. And it sounds like simultaneously China was talking about how he was going to manipulate that safety and get that ball to Mardner, which maybe it wasn't at the same moment, but it was pretty close. And he's a confident kid. He believes he works hard enough to believe he should win. And it was a great moment for him. Fairly clean. There were a couple decisions over the middle. I think either the ball got away from him or he tried to force it. We were fortunate that we didn't get the balls intercepted, but throw the ball 46 times for that amount of yards. His accuracy deep was I would say good enough to win. And it was Bird. So many guys sucked it up to play. We weren't even sure Bird was going to play. It was kind of like John Ursua last year at Colorado State. Bird battled through. Lincoln Victor battled through. We were almost out of receivers, but we felt our best opportunity was getting the empty package. And that you talk about the O-line. You're an empty. There's not a lot of run game threat there. So for them having to pass pro that many times and empty without any back help or chip or anything like that, they deserve a ton of credit too.
Hey, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. Nice shirt.
Thank you. It's my Christmas aloha shirt.
All right.
Appreciate it. Coach, what has this season been like for you? You get Mountain West Conference Coach of the Year, West Division champions. The season ends with you getting the Gatorade bath on Christmas Eve, standing with Cole, 10-win season. When you look back at this season, what has it been like for you personally, and just how fun was it to be a part of this season and this program this year?
The best feeling about it is that all those players believed when I talked about what Phase 2 can be. They believed their coaches were coaching them hard just to be better football players. There was a lot of belief in each other. I saw a ton of maturity. A guy like Jeremiah Pritchard, to have the approach he has now, the focus he has made other people. He's got incredible leadership qualities. He's not a huge rah-rah guy, but he's magnetic. Guys want to be around him. And when he does more things right and he plays with the passion and the toughness he played with this year, it makes all the guys on the edge come back to the focal point of why we go out there and practice every day.
Hey, Coach, what can you say about Corey Bethley today, and not only the play at the end, but as well as the play at the end and what he did?
You talk about Corey Bethley all season. The guy loves football. He loves playing football, and that's what we want in our locker room. He handled his business. You should see, I watched him, some guys go through the buffet line, and it's like a contest to see how high you can pile it. But I saw him get a salad at one meal, and he's just so focused. He's so mature for a young player, so smart, plays with incredible passion. He's physical. He's one of our better tacklers. But he's got good football smarts, and he cares a lot. And he had, I'm sure people have seen him limping around the field. He's battled through a bunch of injuries this year too, just to get on the field and play. 15 games is a lot of games, and a lot of good football and a lot of physical football we've played. So I'm very happy Corey Bethley is part of this football team, and I think this university as a whole.
Coach, I know you said before this game how much a win would propel you guys into the next offseason. So now that you have it, what's that like for you and the program, would you say?
Well, I just want people, Warrior fans across the world, to wake up tomorrow with a full Christmas tree and feeling good about the university they support. And all that. It's great to have all of the hard work, all of the ups and downs, and to finish it with a win on Christmas Eve in Aloha Stadium against BYU. It's really hard to beat, to be honest with you. But this isn't just myself or the coaches or the staff, the players. I really feel like this win, so many people have a part of it. The fans, the energy tonight. Even when we're walking around Waikiki, and it's the special thing about committing to being a responsible, contributing member of this state and the values that we try to live by. And I hope everyone wakes up smiling tomorrow.
One more question for Coach.
Coach, 2 quarterbacks who, if you don't have both of them, you don't win 10 games, right?
That's right.
And then 3 receivers with over 1,000 yards and 1 more with 900 something. How can you just maybe talk a little about that and how this is the ultimate team game, and even in positions where sometimes people don't think of them as team guys all the time?
Well, the thing about the receiver position in the run and shoot is the first characteristic, obviously the physical stuff, right? You want quickness, you want to be good hands, smart, but you really have to be unselfish. And Bird, Sharsh, JoJo, smart. That's how they understand. There may be some plays where they're going to be running and not get the ball, and they're going to help people get open. But that has to be as important as them catching a touchdown pass, and that's how we teach. We don't have time for selfish receivers. We really don't have time for selfish players at any position. You have to find the same amount of joy of releasing a corner to affect a safety, to help the receiver on the other side score a touchdown, that you do when you're able to get that opportunity to win a game with a touchdown. Very unique situation. Love them both. They both battle each other. Shevin got banged up towards the end of the season. He gutted it out. We were going to give him another series, but Cole, I thought, was playing fairly well. We got a little stymied in the third. Shevin was a changeup. But Shevin wasn't 100% Shevin. And he tried to go. He tried to practice. He would have gone if we needed him to go. But I still think he needed a little more time to get completely healthy.
Final question.
Coach, when you talk about expecting to win and expecting to have times where you feel like it's impossible and winning in the fourth, can you have imagined 31 points at halftime, 1 scoring opportunity until the last possession, and then 71 yards in 3 plays?
Well, it sure wasn't looking that good most of the second half, and that's credit to BYU. They made some plays, some adjustments. They tried to go more man. They really stuffed the run game, like I said. But that's kind of the deal with the unselfishness carries over, not just for the receiver position, but, defense couldn't stop them in the first half, got plenty of stops. And how about that goal line stop? If that didn't remind you about Pisa in 2001, it's like the same. I know we got new turf since then, but that's the same area in the universe that last one happened. And shout out to my man Pisa. That was awesome.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank
Congratulations
you,
on the victory.
Thank you.